And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel guys. I hope you're all well. Before we do get into today's video, as always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. So guys, we are in the midst, of course, of the international break, and during this time, Liverpool news is very scarce. Usually going through the international break. Of course, yesterday we did get the update with regards to the director of football that Richard Hughes would be taking over the post come June 1st, which was very, very exciting. Last week, of course, we got the news that Michael Edwards returned back in the CEO role. Going through this international break, we are probably going to start accelerating plans to look for our new manager. Whether that's going to be Xabi Alonso, whether that's going to be Ruben Almiron, whether that's going to be Roberto De Zerbi, remains to be seen at this moment in time. But that certainly is the next stage. And whilst we are in this international break, it's a good time to maybe get ahead and get plans together with regards to it. So we'll keep you up to date with all of those kind of things as it kind of, builds steam, if you like. However, in today's video, we've not got any more further updates with regards to the vacant managerial position or who's going to be joining in that sort of hierarchy role. In today's video, more so, we're going to be discussing the latest Liverpool news from the last 24 hours. That includes today's headline. We're also going through what Conor Bradley has said with regards to winning his first medal with Liverpool and what he's wanting for the future. We're also going through the 18-year-old Liverpool player who has made his international debut before playing for Liverpool. Well, let's start with that one. It's not often a player will get his first senior international cap before debuting for his club, but that has happened to one Liverpool youngster this week. Usually, national team managers prefer to wait for a player to establish himself at club level before considering a call-up. Gareth Southgate was reluctant to include Kobbie Mainoo in his squad for England's friendlies against Brazil and Belgium this month, for example, drafting the 18-year-old in after they initially joined the under-21s. But Liverpool midfielder Kyle Kelly was handed a rare opportunity when he received a call-up to join with St Kitts and Nevis. Kelly, 18, only made his first league outing for Liverpool under-21s earlier in March, but was drafted into Austin Huggins' group to play San Marino in back-to-back friendlies. Wednesday brought the first meeting in Kelly's debut, coming off of the bench late on in a 3-1 victory for the two-island nation. It was a game slated as San Marino's best opportunity yet to gain a first win in 20 years, with FIFA's lowest-ranked teams were considered the bookmakers' favourites. After Filippo Berardi's penalty opened the scoring for the host, Tyson Terrell, Andre Burley and Harry Panchotto struck with a reply to earn a victory for St Kitts and Nevis. Kelly replaced Terrell with 9 minutes left to play as one of 7 English-based players to feature and the only one currently at a Premier League club. He is eligible for both England and St Kitts and Nevis, and his involvement in those friendlies does not rule him out of switching allegiances later in his career. There are high hopes for the versatile teenager among academy staff at Liverpool, with Kelly now being integrated into Barry Lutus's under-21 squad, having only turned 18 in October. So yeah, a fairly interesting story with regards to him, and keeping on the sort of academy front and players doing well in that academy level, we're going to be going to Conor Bradley. Of course, started to emerge, came from the academy and started to emerge himself as a key contributor in the first team so far this season. And Conor Bradley's head could have been left spinning from the whirlwind few months, but the Liverpool and Northern Ireland youngsters' feet remain firmly on the ground. This time, last year, the 20-year-old was starring on a loan at League One Bolton, but since breaking into Jurgen Klopp's side before Christmas, he has turned in a string of eye-catching displays for the club he grew up supporting. He scored his first Liverpool goal in a man-of-the-match display in a 4-1 win over Chelsea in January and lifted the Carabao Cup a month later. He stated, "I definitely didn't think it would go this well. You dream about scoring your first goal for Liverpool, but never think it will come true. My pinch myself moment was probably against Chelsea when I scored and got 2 assists. The fans chanting my name was pretty special. I don't think I'll have a better night than that, to be honest." Northern Ireland fans have known about Bradley's talent since he made his debut in May 2021, and he would have more than his 13 caps but for the injury that ruled him out of their final 6 Euro 2024 qualifiers last year. But his exploits with Liverpool have seen his name go global. He stated, "I haven't really felt it, to be honest. I just try to keep doing the same things I was doing before. I'm still the same person I was before. None of this has changed me, so I just want to keep working hard and doing what I am doing." Michael O'Neill has praised the attitude of Bradley, who took a short break from the game in February after the death of his father Joe. If there had been any danger of things going to his head, Bradley's Northern Ireland teammates would be happy to keep him in his place. All the lads still treat me the same, they still slag me off. The boys have been brilliant with me since I've come back in. It's been a long time since I've been away with Northern Ireland, Denmark in June. I've missed it quite a bit, so I'm buzzing to be back. Bradley's path from his childhood in Castelberg to Liverpool began in Gaelic football, which he kept playing until he was 16. The Gaelic game is much rougher, but it toughened up the slender Bradley. There's quite a big difference, and I was getting too many yellow cards at Bolton last season with the challenges I was putting in, he said. That was me getting used to League One and finding out what I could and couldn't get away with compared to the Gaelic. It was really good for me and I loved playing it. O'Neill will use friendlies against Romania and Scotland to keep developing a young side with senior players including Johnny Evans, Stuart Dallas and Corey Evans still absent, and the retired Stephen Davis now on the coaching staff. With Liverpool locked in a tight title race and chasing Europa League glory, Bradley, the face of Northern Ireland's next generation, has much to look forward to. The next few weeks are going to be big, he said. I don't need to recharge because I want to go into these games and get 2 wins for Northern Ireland. I want to keep this momentum going, and we've got with the win against Denmark back in November. I'm really looking forward to it. Then after these 2 games, we've got the run-in. Hopefully we can do well as we can, as hopefully I'll have another medal at the end of the season. So yeah, an interesting one there with regards to Conor Bradley. And now quickly and swiftly moving on, of course, to our main story of today. And that is that big update on Cheifs pocketing Liverpool cash in £298 million demand revealed. There is no optimism with industry circles that UEFA will take money out of the pockets of teams like Liverpool in order to increase their solidarity payments, Football Insider has said. That is despite recent calls from the European League's organisation for UEFA to increase the cash that it distributes to clubs not participating in the Champions League, Europa League or Conference League. While the exact amount varies from year to year, it is understood that around 4% of UEFA's club competition revenue will be distributed to non-participating clubs by the end of the 2023-2024 season, equating to around £120 million. For context, Liverpool alone earned £106.2 million from UEFA during their run to the Champions League final back in 2022. The solidarity payment pot by Constrant is split between over 650 clubs after it is distributed to national associations. The European Leagues, the body that represents 40 leagues, including the Premier League and EFL, on governance matters is now lobbying for a 10% share of eligible revenues. Based on this season's figures, that setup would see £300 million go to non-participating clubs around Europe annually. But industry sources has told Football Insider, even with UEFA revenues set to grow following the introduction of the expanded Champions League from 24-25, there is little hope that this increase can be achieved. The European Leagues has no constitutional mechanism through which to bring about the change and is effectively relying on its lobbying power and goodwill from UEFA. Sources have also said to Football Insider that relations between the two bodies have grown stronger since they faced down the mutual threat posed by the breakaway Super League plot in April 2021. But that alone will not be enough to get European football's governing body to reallocate a significant proportion of its wealth away from its key stakeholders, namely elite clubs like Liverpool. So an interesting one there, of course, with regards to, and whilst we're not in the Champions League this year, we will 100% likely be a part of that new Swiss model going forward. And of course, the riches that we can reap from this competition is absolutely imperative for a club like Liverpool. And this year that we're away from it and having a break from that sort of Champions League football, hopefully it's only an outlier going forward for sure. But Liverpool fans, do let me know your thoughts on today's news. Do let me know your thoughts on Conor Bradley's impact so far this season. And if you enjoyed today's video, as always, please do smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you all next time. Take care. Peace.